could pick me off.
No, you lose. I know.
Morning, everyone. Morning, Eamon. First, as usual. Happy Saturday. Alright, I'm just gonna take a second and explore this camp and see what's going on here. Looks like they found some food.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help find the teleporter key.
Okay.
Maisie told me all about the biolabs in Icebelt. Ah, the Grievers. They were once Lamorn. Tragic.
Mackenzie told me we can get home by using a teleporter. Wild.
Thundershot can unlock lockers and provide electricity to devices.
Okay. All right. Guess it's time to go. All right. So I already did the thing in here. Oh, where's the egg? Gotta go to the egg. Morning, Zeltroid. Good to see you. I'm noticing more and more people starting to post. People that I follow at least started to post later game things from Metroid Prime 4. So I'm like, oh, I gotta finish this quick, so I don't accidentally spoil something for myself. Deposit green energy crystals. Alright, let's do it. Do I get anything? I didn't see anything. I'll have to watch the replay. It'd be funny if they program the birds in to do that. Zeltroid, did you get Monday off? We didn't get Monday off. Ooh, a psychic beam upgrade. Shots now travel faster and are more damaging. You know, okay. I didn't say anything because I thought it was just like something. It's something that's always bothered me in first-person shooters. Not like the more realistic ones, but in the space ones where your shots don't travel very fast and you have to more lead. And I noticed that especially with the with the shots in this game, that they don't travel very fast. So it's nice to see that they were aware of that and they gave you, rather than like, I don't know, it's a nice little upgrade for you. They could have made them that fast together, but I guess they gave something. They wanted to give something extra for the green crystals to do. So what's another upgrade? Well, they can slow down your blaster shot and make it faster with upgrades. But I was aware of that. And
Welcome back.
I was aware of that and was like, man, it'd be nice if my shots traveled faster. I don't think there's anything more I can do in this area. Maybe if I travel all the way back to the beginning? I don't know. We'll see. Let's go back to the desert. We'll do our 100% run with on hard mode. All right. What kind of job you looking to get, Eamon? In 3D modeling for a studio or something, or? Just curious. You don't have to share if you don't want to. I'm just asking. I looked at that, Eamon. I saw that chart you posted on the Enfield, like drop rates for like the loot boxes, and it's just funny how I'm sure they did this. I'm sure that Enfield bird o'clock I'm sure Enfield and many other gacha games, especially the games like Diablo Immortal, have this down to a science. Like, how many pulls does a person need to do before they like decide, oh, I'm just gonna give up. Like, this is not worth it anymore. And then they program something else. Like, they program it so that just before the player's about to give up, the majority of players give up, that's when they give you the 6 pull or something like that. It reminds me of Josh Strife's breakdown of Diablo Immortal and why it's such like a sinister game. Oh man. Oh nice, it causes them to freak out. Do these shots home in? I like the wave beam from Metroid Prime 1. Alright, where am I going to now? Okay. Location available. I guess we'll just explore a bit until the hint system kicks in. Pretty much anything in the industry. Jack of all trades, I can model, rig, animate, paint textures, etc. Tutti. Nice. Now, like with every industry, I am curious. How is AI affecting that industry? Are people in the 3D modeling industry like worried about the replacement of AI? Because I know that like I'm in software development, so we're obviously worried about it. Tim's in the music world, so he's obviously worried about that. Is the 3D modeling all going to get replaced with AI bots at some point, or what do you think? That's cool. Concept artists and programmers to some extent. Goose tank. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, even in the programming sphere, like there are things like Google anti-gravity that is like a little scary, and how quickly it can build and like apply something to your system. But when it comes to using AI to build an application, if I didn't already know the basics of programming and some, how it's all structured together, it would still be pretty difficult to get like a full-fledged website up and running using just AI. It's a lot easier for sure, and it makes debugging nice, but I don't know. I continually go back and forth as to whether or not AI is fully going to take over. I mean, I think it will eventually, but I go back and forth as to how soon that will happen. Collecting crystals. Okay. Right, now that I have the thunder shot, I want to test something. What was this? A mech part. A mech part. Entrance to the ice belt. Another mech part. Oh, I can power that thing right here. I'm starting to get concerned that leaving these little patches alone is not what I should do. It's about 2 to 3 years is when other areas are really going to start affecting rigging animation. That is, if the bubble doesn't burst. That's true.
Thundershot will open up areas that were locked before.
Yes.
You may want to explore some of the places you've already been.
Yes, thank you. So some guy, I got it with another comment on. I've encountered this before when I complain about the guidance system. Another comment I got on Instagram was, and I can see the reasoning in this, is that the commenter was saying that this game is not a traditional Metroid game, it's more of a shooter, and the hint system is meant to get you through quote unquote the boring parts. Which I don't I've come to really not like that argument, because it's like, if I design a game and I know that, oh, this is a boring part, I'm gonna do something to get the player through it quickly, I feel like I've done something wrong as a developer. You know, like there should at least be like a good story, something to retain interest, to make it interesting, you know? Not just like, I want them to get through this as fast as possible, so therefore I'm going to program in a hint system to get them through it real quick. Like, it's very clear they want you to go to the desert and explore right now, so that's what they say. They don't consider this a boring bit to them. But I guess the counter argument would be to that is that some players do consider this part boring. So I don't know. I still lean towards that it not being a boring bit that is the issue here. Or if it is a boring bit, then you've failed. If it's a boring bit and you know it's a boring bit and it's still in your game, then like, what are you doing? What are these things? A web crawler. Another really clever name. Alright, psychic. Oh, cool. Maybe that's too high. Back down. Thank you. Another door. There was an energy tank. I saw an energy tank. Burn it all down. Interesting. How do I... Maybe the answer is in this room. Or they don't care that it's boring either, because they don't think it's boring, or because the bigwigs said it's fine, just move on, we gotta launch the game on. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the thing. The preference does come into play. So, you know, that's why I'm like partially sympathetic towards it. Like, they want to give the player a means to charged fire shot. Okay, that's cool. I thought they might do that. I was waiting for something like that. Oh, it took me right out, but there's a... I gotta go back. There's an energy tank in there. Morning, Tim. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's... your reason for a developer primarily should never be like, oh, this part's... we're just gonna put this in so we can hustle the player from point A to point B. You know? It should be like, let's make this a fun, cool experience first, and then maybe if some players think it's boring, we can throw in this part to move them along. You know, I think it's just a priority matter. And I think starting with this part's boring. Let's put in the escape part first, like the move out of it part first, and then we'll figure out how to make it more interesting. I think that's backwards. They should figure out how to make it interesting first to the majority of players, and then possibly put like a failsafe. If all else fails, this person can just skip. Can I like morph ball in the air? As high as that can go. What am I missing here? Let's explore. Is there a little shaft in here that I can... Aha! Let's see where that goes. If I can pilot this. Oh, okay, so there is another... There's a hole somewhere. Where is the hole? There it is. Did I blow that up? Should I not have blown that up? Does it respawn? Perform a double... Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to do. Yay! We were just talking about how AI is going to take over different industries, Tim. Something I'm sure you've thought a lot about. All right. Let's go north. Oh, I can find those little bots that were just kind of in the... Oh, Yeah, those little scout bots, I can charge them with. And electricity. Alright, there we go. Ooh, a loot box. I'm convinced that like handcrafted pixel art will never go out of style. There's just something very charming about it that everyone seems to love. Okay. Alright, now I gotta figure out one up here. Alright, hang on.
Didn't you come across Thundershock blockers in one of the Lemoyne facilities?
Like ice belt.
I'm getting really specific there. I didn't mean to do that. I swear. I will say, I always did. Okay.
There's still some unexplored areas in ice belt.
Okay.
Want to investigate further?
I do. I do want to investigate further. Okay. Aha. This will take me to the other side. Twilight Monk, it's an interesting looking game. Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of charm that pixel art has that draw people to it. You know, it's kind of like what we discussed before about how Nintendo kind of figured out the stylized once materialized, they can be traversed. Psychic boost ball. Do I have the psychic boost ball? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Oops. Did I just walk into it? Oh, that's cool. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, charm and pixel graphics. I mean, it all comes back to like how you want to design your game. There's a place for realism. I haven't mentioned this before, but I do really want to play Resident Evil Requiem. I'm selling some old stuff right now so that I can purchase it on release so I can play it. I'm pretty sure my system can handle it. It might have to be on performance mode when I play, and stream it. That'll be a little taxing on my computer, but we'll see what happens because I really do want to play it. I was a huge Resident Evil fan in high school, dropped off for a couple years. And then recently, when I started doing my online content stuff, I didn't stream them, but I played through Resident Evil 6, 7, and 8, and they were a blast. So I think I'm gonna do Resident Evil 8. Sorry, Tim, your kids might. Resident Evil 9. Sorry, Tim, I think your kids might not want to watch that one. They can just listen to the audio. Save myself some time. Remember, there's a mech part right here. Got it. Thanks, Tim, for making sure I don't waste time. Grievers. Catch on fire, that's cool. Yes, I would like to save. I mean, I noticed the music. Did they change the sound? The psychic boost ball. Okay, that's... I see. Do I have to fight the wolves again? Hey, look, a side bot. I mean, a scout bot. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. I noticed the sound. It's not always the same. It's depending on what's playing around behind it. That's kind of cool. Hey, little buddy. Transmits ultrasonic waves from overhead and displays the position of dedicated valuables in the zone map. It's handy. It's basically the music, okay. Do 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 do. Unacquired item. Literally right there. Where is it? Past it. Oh. Yeah. Every little bit helps. Loading times. All right, here we go. Everything's melting. That's kind of cool. How the environment changed. It'd be really cool is if it thawed out completely. See, this is where it's like, as someone who loves Metroidvanias, yes, the hint system was nice, but I feel like by this point in the life cycle of a Metroidvania, sorry, I forgot, didn't read that said, it's released, it's fused to the, oh, okay. There's like that concept of intuitive design and what players expect, you know? It reminded me of that review of Metroid Dread that I saw where someone was, it was Adam Sessler from X-Play. He was, which he should know better. He was complaining about how in Metroid Dread he didn't know the way to go because there was one part of the wall he needed to shoot to the left when he entered. But like, any fan of Metroidvanias would know if you don't know where to go, try attacking the walls. He might be older than me. I felt like he should know better. He should have known to try that. But he docked the game because of that a couple points. But what I'm saying is basically there comes a point in every Metroid game where the game opens up and you go back and you start to explore, and that's fairly obvious. That not fairly obvious when that is, but you just kind of naturally flow to it. If you don't know what to do, go explore and find something. Like, and even like when I left the camp, I was like, okay, what's my next objective? Which is that's the wrong way to think in a Metroid game. Like, I shouldn't think that way because objectives were never really part of it. Like, even Metroid Prime 1, it had the hint system for sure, but you just kind of fumbled your way through it. You knew generally, like, okay, this area is new, I should go to it, but I should always keep in mind what's behind me and what's an area I've already been. They've really, if Metroid Prime is like a 10 on the Metroid Primeness, they've dialed this down to like a 4, I would say. Battle android. Will he be my friend? To be fair, Cecil got out as a tourist back in 2014. He doesn't care about game mechanics. Oh, he's scanning me. Hey, Samus.
Greetings, Samus Aran. You have a new suit. I am View 995, Galactic Federation Golem Pilot. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am not receiving signals from the Federation base. Perhaps we are out of range. I will accompany you.
I expect nothing less. He was originally developed to replace humans piloting aircraft and vehicles, primarily fighters and armored battle mechs. He possesses significant combat prowess with strength comparable to heavy machinery and a standard loadout that includes shoulder-mounted launchers at the heel of each of View's palms, a sonic boom device that emits frequencies. So I'm just going to scan the rest of it. Though his program is not designed to allow for emotions, there have been reports of emotional simulation when in operation for longer durations. He hasn't had his memory wiped. You gotta do that with all your R2 units after a while. This guy's gonna become my favorite character. I'm calling it right now. Alright, so Eamon says, to be fair, Sessler got outed as a tourist back in 2014. He doesn't care about game mechanics and only wanted to use games as a way to get famous and push his ego. Well, I am unaware of the of any drama surrounding him. I just knew he was on X-Play, and then he like many pundits around the time, not pundits, but like personalities around the 2016 to now era got pretty political, and it turned a lot of people off from him.
Moving forward, please let me know when I can clear the way.
And then X-Play made its resurgence, and then quickly fell, and quickly fell. Even Jared the completionist was not spared from that. He almost got through. Sad. Yeah.
All done.
Thanks, buddy. We should be friends. Break this.
I can help.
Good. I knew you could. This guy's function is go around and tell it to punch things.
You should be able to destroy it.
Thanks, buddy.
I can cross the chasm. Please continue without me.
Okay. Probably should not go when it's windy. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Gotta wait. Yeah, I don't know what his position was during the Gamergate days. But you know, there were popular or seemingly popular prevailing opinions that did not mesh well with counter opinions during those days, to put it lightly. Ooh, more lore. To preserve the essence, we would create a civilization which does not rely on resources. To obtain this goal, we developed a solution. We would grant psychic abilities to all Lemorn. Also, psychic abilities aren't inherent. The discovery of psychic crystals made this possible. Throughout history, the few Lemorn possessed psychic abilities. To those who did, we were born with powerful crystals embedded in our forehead. Interesting. Those who were not would learn to manifest them simply by embedding a psychic crystal in their foreheads. When this procedure, we brought harmony to our world in Viros. Though it would not last, tragedy befell us. In the wake of the green energy shower that fell on the Lemorn with crystals embedded in them. Wait. They were lost. That was the great tragedy. Interesting. Okay, so it's like the star-bellied Sneeches and the regular Sneeches, except they don't hate each other. They try to make the non-star-belly Sneeches star-belly Sneeches. If you don't get that reference, just look it up. But they give everybody psychic powers. Now, it didn't sound like the green... It sounded like the green energy came about naturally, but I'm pretty sure that they were shooting it up in the atmosphere to grow stuff. And all the ones that they artificially implanted with the psychic energy became grievers, if I'm reading that correctly. What's this? Wait, I have to scan you. A blue croc. See, that's a nice name for an alien species. A blue croc. Not like... what was the other one? A web crawler. Ooh, we're going down. Heavily damaged. All traces of psychic energy have been dissipated and unoperable. Okay. Chosen one. Seek the depths and ascend the stars to prove your worth. Alright. Okay, now, so this is obviously where I'm supposed to be going. I'm probably going to get a new suit or something, or some big upgrade. It would have been really cool if... And I think this is what... this was like the Metroid magic. Because it was so, like, not handholdy in Prime 2... Or, sorry, in Prime 1. And in other Metroid games, like, whenever you finally discovered the way to go, it was, like, a big deal. And it felt really cool. Like, it would have been much cooler if, like, I'd just been exploring and finding missile upgrades, and then all of a sudden I stumble upon this. It would have made the sense of discovery feel a bit more authentic. Now, like, I was led here by Miles, and now it's like, it's still fun to play, but it lessens that sense of discovery. Bakun, Lemorne Precinct created with psychic lock device. The pedestals. Okay. You've been artificially implanted with psychic crystals. Lemorne's. That's the risk we're willing to take on behalf of the chosen one. Now we're gonna have to face all a new type of evil Samus. What's that? That Lord Farquaad quote. This could possess all of you with Griever, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Come here, psychic. Right in the forehead. 2 moat sockets. Oh, they're down there. Bloop. Right, where's the other one? Not there. There. There it is. Yeah, so did was the Chosen One's prophecy, like, always there? Oh, this is the Magnet Ball. I feel like this should have been a bit more of a dungeon crawl. I was kind of looking forward to a really long dungeon crawl here. Oh well. Aha. Just checking, just making sure. Nothing I'm missing. The whole sprinkling of green energy idea was idiotic. At least run some trials on some subjects first, but now let's shout everyone this chemical we discovered at a volcano. I feel like that It's more for the whole like creation of the Metroids is a bit more forgiving too. At least they had like, there's this X parasite. We need to kill this thing. How do we do it? Let's create another predator for it, like that. Oh no, it kills everyone. What is this thing? Tether node. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I shoot it up. Whee! Can I jump in morph mode? That's fun. Oh man, this game is like, the mechanics, they've just improved upon them or like developed them in really natural, fun ways. And it's pretty awesome, I have to say. 10 out of 10 on that front. I just feel like the story is really lacking. And the overall, like, world design. Hey, buddy. Sorry. Had to be done. Oh no! This reminds me of me trying to use the screw attack in Prime 2. Should probably hold on to this and just wait it out. Hey guys. Oh, where's my buddy? Maybe he went back to base. Is he on the map somewhere? Oh. Oh, that's okay. So those little scout bots, they reveal all unacquired items on the map. That's nifty. And I feel like normally I'd complain about that, but that kind of function has been around since, I want to say, Fusion and Zero Mission. I mean, in Fusion and Zero Mission, you had to find the map, of course, to really like take advantage of that, which was part of it. And here you still have to find the map, but I kind of I'm okay with that. I think when you're trying to do completionist stuff, it's nice to know that you don't have, there's something to help keep track of items you missed, and at least you have to find the scout bot to actually take advantage of it. Oh man. Lots of unacquired items in there. Oh, but anything up here? Wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to move on. Okay, When I do my 100% playthrough and I can like work in other games at the same time, I'll be more thorough. Hopefully I don't need anything in there. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Zeltroid says, oh yeah, but to be fair, the Metroids kind of have served their purpose in a way. They do in fact save Samus's life in Super Fusion Engine. That is very true. I think at this point in the series, after Dread, Samus is now like more, she's human, but she's also a Metroid, and she also has Chozo DNA, so she's part Chozo. So she's like a hybrid human Chozo Metroid. Wonder how many other hybrid beings Samus will become over the years. Suit is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Just chilling out. I think what they could work in to give Samus a bit more personality, if they didn't want to go the route of voice acting, would be to give her like a journal. Like, you know how I complained about when you scan those people? It like explained their like character sheet of what they're supposed to be like. Well, maybe like instead of doing that, they do the whole like, this is their service record, here's some comments from their supervisors, that kind of thing. And then over time, as you get to spend time with these characters, Samus has her own logbook that she keeps and starts to write things down for each character. I think that would be a better way to communicate like what these characters are like if you didn't get it. You know, not just tell you right up front what they're like. And it would give you some insight into Samus's thoughts without running the risk of making her unlikable. Oh, there it is. There's the mech part. Oh, sorry guys. Gotta go back here.
Everybody left for the mine. You can meet them there. Oh, I just made contact with View 995. I sent them the mine's coordinates. They should be on their way to the mine now.
Alright. Looks like the mine's the next area to go. Going for the Beyond, I'll see myself out. One day Samus will go the way of the Chozo and ascend beyond a Saiyan. She's a Super Metroid level 2. Okay. I imagine I'm gonna have to come back here. Let's ride. Anybody ever play that N64 game, Blast Corps, where you have to, like, there's this nuclear missile on a truck that can't be stopped for some reason. You have to destroy buildings in the way in each level, and you have to use a different vehicle each time. And some vehicles are like really fun to use and are helpful, and then there's others like the dump truck called Sideswipe, where you had to sideswipe buildings and it was infuriating. Anyone? That's what this is reminding me of, having to sideswipe these things. That's a cool shot. We never owned it. Hey guys. I think we borrowed it at one point. Doing some donuts in the desert. I'll come back to that one. Alright, let's go. Into the mines.
Samus, let us accompany you. But one issue. Looks like we can't get across. Mackenzie tells me the bridge controls are on the other side of this gap. What do you think?
Samus, hey, if you can get this bridge working, there's an elevator on the other side that'll take you down into the mines. You'll want to be careful underground. I'm not getting any readings.
That's why we're here. Ready when you are, Samus.
Didn't even say goodbye to him. Just cut him off. Maybe he doesn't like Miles. And yes, I have watched all of DBZ Abridged. I wish it kept going because it's hilarious. It's a shame they had a got a cease and desist. But I understand why. Aside from Goku though, and Krillin, it's crazy how alike the voices were. Got my crew here. Let's go. Hopefully we'll get some more character interaction, and by them interacting with each other, it'll improve them a bit. Improve the experience a bit. Yeah.
Thought I did all that training. What is it?
Nothing good.
Reavers, inbound. Multiple contacts.
Open fire!
That's a cool shot.
Allow me to assist.
That was a cool cutscene. However, why didn't the robot and the other guy go with them?
Grievers just kept coming.
They're good soldiers. They can hold their own.
Why'd we stop?
I don't know. Might be stuck.
Let's get out of here.
Copy that. We can't get down from here. Lead the way, Samus.
Yeah, so I once saw this comment on making video game cutscenes from this developer, and he said, as a cardinal rule, never ever make your cutscene, make what your character does in a cutscene seem cooler than what they can do during the gameplay. And again, it's one of those simple, like, things that you don't really pay attention to, but your brain does. I was ready to like, yeah, we're gonna have like a timed fight scene like the cabin defense in Resident Evil 4, but that didn't happen. That would have been a really cool thing to fight alongside your teammates and try to keep them alive, like the wolf battle. But I don't know why they didn't do that.
Not impressed.
And I don't know if what was displayed was actually cooler than the actual combat. I don't think it was, but it just reminded me of that. Like, you don't want the cutscene to. You don't want the player to say while they're watching the cutscene, like, "Oh, I can't wait to do that with my character," and then have them not be able to do it.
Echo!
Let's see, hang on. Nothing but. It's unfortunate that got a cease and desist because I always felt like it helped DBZ become more popular. I had a roommate who I introduced to DBZ, and we'd alternate watching both shows. That's a lesson seemingly forgotten in the industry. Is that referring to the cutscene? Yeah, because again, like which is the problem of making your game more cinematic. Like the games are inherently interactive. Like that's the main point of them. Like I don't play a game to watch a movie. If I want to watch a movie, I'll watch a movie. I mean, the cutscene was cool. I don't think it falls under the category of like, oh man, I wish I could do that because I've been doing it. The combat is really great in this game. But it did leave me like, I was like, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna go into the sequence now where we have to defend the elevator shaft until it's time to go, and it didn't.
Don't go falling now.
Okay. Hold B.
She's got it locked.
Oh gosh, I was gonna. Didn't think I was gonna make that one. You muted the dialogue at this point. I honestly don't mind the voice acting too
Watch
much.
your step.
I
Yes,
just
sir.
mind the quality of the writing. These two, at least they gave me these two. I mean, Miles has a lot of character to them, but these two have some history of interaction, so they're At least they're trying to build up how these two characters relate to each other, I think. Multiple individuals to release. Okay.
What do we have here?
Grab a side, Sarge.
Oh.
Come on. My arms get tired.
Sorry guys.
I don't like being underground. You get buried alive. No one would ever know.
What, does it bring back some memories?
I'll tell you some other time.
Save point. Is it a save point? Hologram emitter.
Here.
What's this?
Think we could get this working?
Maybe we can. Terrain changes are reflected in real time. What's this? Spin Dartwing, a variant of Dartwing's. Door? Security shutter equipped with bomb slot. Oh. Silly me. So did the Lamorn have like morph ball technology? Is that why? Like I can understand when you're in like Chozo worlds. There's these bomb slots, but I never understood why in some worlds there's all these bomb slots around when that's very clearly Chozo technology. There we go. That's what I was looking for. No drops. I guess I don't need them. If I hang around the base camp, I'll hear Armstrong sing a song. Do you think Samus would be better as a side character, the one big threat that when she shows up, you know the bad guy is going to be sorry, at least in terms of popularity? I don't know. I think Nintendo is having trouble with their major IPs with some of them, namely namely Link and Zelda, in transitioning them from the older generation type of protagonist that's silent to a protagonist in its own right and with a personality. Like Link, I think they're doing it slowly with Breath of the Wild. Like I think eventually Link's gonna have a speaking role, but he has become his own character. When it's very clear from the beginning, if you look at interviews with Miyamoto, that they wanted to design Link in a way that anyone could identify with him. So he doesn't have much of a personality, and that was true for many protagonists, and because of hardware limitations and whatnot. So I do think that with the failure of Other M, Nintendo being Nintendo is very wary of doing any type of like voice acting for Samus or delving too deep into her character. I mean, they didn't make a Mario movie for like 30 years because of that awful flop with Bob Hoskins and what's his name, Leguizamo. The question is, does it actually
Doesn't
need to
look
be
there's
like
a way
that?
down without the elevator.
Whoa. It's updating in real time. Look at all these natural caverns.
We're in luck. Looks like they connect to the lower levels of the mine.
We can use these to reach the teleporter key.
Let's look for a way in.
Area map acquired. Yeah, it's true. They need other, and I think that that's the most jarring thing about this game is because, like, Link gets a lot of personality from the side characters, and now so does Samus. When previously we didn't have that. The only thing to really communicate Samus's personality was through her body language, which I think they did really well in Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread, she's got not a ton, but a good number of moments where you can tell her feeling of certain things based on her body language, like just the way she stands when she's about to kill the first boss that gives you the cloaking device, or the way she handles Kraid from like the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight, or even how she like lets her guard down when she encounters what's his name, Greyfeather, the old Chozo who helps her. Like there's a lot of things they can do to communicate personality, even if there's no side characters or dialogue, you know. Well, these companions suck. We need that. We need one that's not human and isn't a fan. Someone perhaps that sees her as a threat or a way to accomplish their goals by manipulation. Oh, yeah, like Midna. Zeltroid says, you're right, Nintendo just seems scared. Samus could have spoke a little bit, but Other M's backlash made them timid. It's technically not part of Samus's canon to be silent, but it is for Link. That is true. Yeah. Well, that's because we've never had instances of people describing Samus to us before. Can I talk to them?
Drilling these mines would have taken the Lemoran ages.
Okay.
I got a bad feeling about this mine.
Not going to be a piece of red velvet cake. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, it's that time again. But we'll be back on tomorrow. If I don't have to somehow stay up really late. But we'll end it with our video game trivia from Professor Puzzle Games. They only just gave me permission to do this. They're not giving me anything. I bought this. I just don't want to avoid any copyright infringement, so. And I haven't looked at these yet, so we're getting this together. Oh man. Okay, debuting on the Amiga, I have no idea what that is, in 1992 as a rival for Sonic the Hedgehog, which character was the ninja of the nth dimension? The nth dimension. The only ninja I know at that time was Ryu Hayabusa from Bubsy. Any other guesses? Zool. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it wrapped up before the end of the month. Zool. Now I'm going to go look that up, who Zool is. A ninja from the nth dimension in 1992. Yeah. I mean, I imagine I'm more than halfway through the game. Now that the whole gang's together. Yeah, sounds like something from Ghostbusters. Alright guys, Have a great Saturday. Eamon, good luck with prepping for your job fair. Let us know how that goes. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Metroid Prime 4. Have a good day.